Welcome to Top Stories from الكرامة News Service, and we will start from the last updates in Libya. Member of Libyan Parliament Ali Al-Tikpali said a number of parliament members discussed with many of civil society organizations the last development of political dialogue and the unity government. Al-Tikpali confirmed that they discussed many issues related to Libyan crisis, and they agreed on many points that serve Libya interest. He added that Libyan Parliament refused the government of Lyon because it serves only terrorists. UN envoy to Libya Martin Kobler will visit Cairo next Sunday. It is mentioned that Kobler will meet Egyptian authorities and Arab League Secretary General Nabil Al-Arabi to discuss the last development in Libyan crisis. Kobler's visit to Egypt is the first one after he was appointed as UN envoy to Libya. UN Special Envoy Martin Kobler was in Abu Dhabi today to discuss the Libya crisis with the United Arab Emirates government. In a low-key meeting, he discussed the latest Libya developments and the state of the UN-procured Libya dialogue negotiation with the UAE Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Anwar bin Mohammed Garagosh. Libyan interim government decided to allocate 9 million dinars for all workers in cleaning companies sectors. In a statement, for the Libyan interim government said that they will support all legal institutions to provide a good service for all Libyans. The government also called all Libyans to stand together to end the crisis facing the country. Head of Criminal Investigation Department in Benghazi, Panur Mohammed Al-Baghathi, confirmed that 5 members of terrorist Daesh group was arrested in Benghazi. Al-Baghathi said that they arrested members of terrorist Daesh group by the help of Criminal Investigation Department. He added that the security forces found many weapons and ammunition with the terrorists when they were arrested. Tensions are rising in eastern Libya, and as a result, medical needs are increasing. Fighting in the region has now expanded beyond the city of Benghazi, which has been the scene of armed confrontation for more than a year, to Derna, the stronghold of the Islamic State Daesh in the area where clashes started 3 weeks ago. This violence has strained the health care system and triggered population movements in a particular Benghazi. Benghazi has 7 major hospitals, but only 3 they are still functioning. MES provided 100 surgical kits for treating wounded patients to Al-Marj Hospital, one of those 3. After the fighting, this hospital had treated many of the wounded and its supplies were exhausted. 2 Palestinian men were shot and killed on Friday in 2 separate incidents after they allegedly rammed their vehicles into Israeli soldiers. The first incident occurred at a bus stop near the Jewish settlement of Kafr Admin, close to Jerusalem, and the second was near Hebron in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. A Palestinian Health Ministry statement said that first Palestinian was shot dead by a settler at the scene of the incident near Kafr Admin. Without giving further details, 2 Israeli soldiers were wounded in that incident, Israeli police and military said. The second incident was 6 Israeli soldiers, according to Israeli police, and occurred on a road connecting the 2 Jewish-only settlements of Kiryat Arba, north of Hebron. Security forces have posted and dismantled a multinational cell for so-called Islamic State in Iraq and Syria Daesh, including 5 Syrian, Lebanese, and Australian and Egyptian, and 1 national. The source explained that the arrest of the cell has greatly assisted both Ministry of Interior and the banking system in discovering some flaws which will be fixed in the coming period. The source revealed that the members of the cell used the app Telegram to communicate among themselves and with members of Daesh. They consider the app safer than WhatsApp and emails, which has believed are monitored by intelligence and security authorities, both locally and internationally. Germany has agreed to lend military assistance to France and support its expanded aerial campaign against the murderous gang after the French president asked Berlin to stop up efforts against the Islamic State terrorist group in the wake of the mid-November Paris attack. Merkel, in a response, pledged to act softly to see how Germany could take on additional responsibilities to help in the fight against terrorism. We will be stronger than the terror, she said, pleading to stand at French side. Earlier, the French and German leaders each laid a pink rose among the tributes of flowers and the candles in place de la République, the Paris square that has become a rallying point since the bloodshed. French President François Hollande and Russian Vladimir Putin agreed to share intelligence information and cooperate on selecting targets in the fight against the Islamic State group, raising hope for closer ties between Moscow and the U.S.-led anti-IS coalition following the Paris terrorist attack. Putin said that Russia is ready to more broadly coordinate its military action in Syria with the U.S.-led coalition, but he harshly criticized Washington for failing to prevent the downing of Russian war plan by NATO member Turkey. Hollande said that Tuesday's shutdown of the Russian jet was a serious incident, obviously regrettable, that underlined the need for closer coordination between the nations which are fighting the IS. Russian armed forces are conducting a retaliatory operation aimed at elimination of leaders of terrorist organizations and their allies, distribution of control and supply systems, as well as the destruction of the ISIS military and the oil and gas production facilities. For that purpose, the number of aircraft in the air group was doubled and they constitute 69 aircraft. In total, in the course of the air operation, aircraft of the strategic and the tactical aviation have performed 522 sorties. 101 air and sea-based cruise missiles were launched. 1,400 tons of air bombs of different purposes were dropped. In total, 826 enemy objectives were destroyed. France paid homage Friday morning to the 130 victims of the November 13 terrorist attack in Paris with the solemn ceremony at the Invalids Monument in the center of the city. Follow the event as it happened on France 24 live prologue. French President François Hollande presided over the ceremony, which was attended by families of the victims of the Paris attack, as well as supervisors. Hollande also said France would not seek revenge for the attacks. France sticks to its principles of hope and tolerance, he said. That's the wrap of our top stories. For much more, you can check our website www.watanelkarama.tv. Thank you for being with us. See you next time. Until then, leave you in the care of Allah. Best regards.